Let me start with a simple question. How many people believe today in God but still feel far away from Him? They pray sometimes, they attend church sometimes, they try to do the right thing, but deep inside, something is still missing, or rather, something feels missing. You see, that tension is where many people live, and that is the space where religion easily grows. In the prelude of the book, The Trap of Religion, I explain everything, but very simple. Religion often begins with a sincere desire to please God, but somewhere along the way, the focus quietly shifts. And you see from where I'm coming from. Instead of working with God, people begin performing for God. Let's say, for example, it becomes I must pray enough. Does this sound familiar? I must fast enough. I must be holy enough. I must not fail. These are some of the common statements you see or find around religion. And slowly it becomes a pressure, not life. Now listen carefully. This is very important because God never invited us into a performance, invited us into a relationship. When you read through the life of Jesus, something becomes clear. The people who struggled with the most with him were not sinners. People who struggled the most with him, they were not sinners. It was religious experts, people who knew the rules but did not recognize God. In fact, standing in front of them, it should have made all of us at some time because it means something powerful. Why will some people like this that should recognize God, they couldn't? This is power. You can be very serious about religion and still miss God. Let me say that again. You can be deeply committed to religion and still not understand the heart of God. Now, someone might ask, are you saying religion is bad? Not at all. Structure is not the problem. Practices are not the problem. Prayer is not the problem. Church is not a problem. The problem is when those things replace knowing God. Let me give you a picture. Imagine a child who only talks to his father when he wants to impress him. Just imagine the words he will use. He will use a perfect word. In fact, he will be in his best behavior, always trying to aim approval. That child will never feel secured. Why? Because the relationship has turned into performance. But a healthy child knows something, something the previous child doesn't know. My father always loves me. And from that place, obedience become natural, not forced. That is the difference between religion and relationship. Did you get the picture? Is it clear? Religion tries to reach God. Relationship begins with God reaching to us. You get the difference. And that is actually the message of Jesus. Not climbing your way to God, but God came down to you. Did you die for him? He died for you. So he first loved you. Many people have never had it explained this way. They only heard try harder, pray more, be better, stop failing. That is why I'm here to help you because I'm interested in your relationship with Christ. But the gospel actually begins somewhere else. It begins from a place of identity. Knowing who you are with God, when that becomes clear, obedience stops becoming a burden. It becomes a response. This is one of the central ideas behind the trap of religion. Not attacking faith, not mocking church, but asking serious questions. Have we replaced knowing God with managing religion? And that question matters, especially for young people, because many are walking away from faith entirely, not because they hate God, or because what they saw looks empty, rules without life, pressure without transformation, tradition without understanding. But when someone truly encounters God, I tell you the truth, everything changes, not just behavior. I tell you, even the heart change. That is the conversation I want us to have on this channel, not shallow debate, not religious noise, real understanding, real faith, real growth. If these thoughts challenged you, sit with it. Ask yourself honestly, am I practicing religion or am I actually walking with God? And if you want to explore that deeper, I wrote a short prelude called The Trap of Religion, the Gen Z version, or rather the Gen Z edition. It is not the full book, it's just the beginning of the conversation. You can find the link on my bio. See you in the next video because in the next teaching, we're going to talk about something important. How religion quietly traps sincere people. And most people don't even notice that. They don't notice when it happens. Thank you for it. Blessings.